Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Joseph Sam here with another YouTube video. So this YouTube video is for my school purposes, for school reasons. So like we're supposed to be teaching what we learned. So without further ado, I'm gonna just get started. So I'll be talking about what I learned from my school-paced social studies. So I learned from my school-paced social studies is I'll just teach what I learned because that's what we're supposed to do. So, the age of exploration. That's what I learned. So, the age of exploration. In the late Middle Ages, as well as during the Renaissance and Reformation, Europe rediscovered the rest of the world. This period has been justly called the age of exploration. The Polos were a family of merchants from Venice, the famous city of canals in Italy. In the 1255, Niccolo Polo, Marco's father, journeyed to China, India to trade. They met the Mongolian emperor. They met the Mongolian emperor of China, Kublai Khan. 10 years later, after amazing a huge fortune, Niccolo returned to Venice. Marco Polo accompanied his father on a second trip 2 years later. Marco, in the service of Kublai Khan, traveled extensively throughout his empire. Polo's account of his travels, the adventures of Marco Polo, spurred on other Europeans with the challenges of discovery and exploration. So that was some things that I learned about Marco Polo. So that's Marco Polo. Next person I learned about was the Prince Henry, the navigator. So Prince Henry the Navigator. I'll be talking about that next. So, the Polos and the others had traveled to the Far East by land. The fly in the ointment. To this approach came in 1453 when the Turks began preventing European access to major land routes. Europeans began to seek a new way to the east. Prince Henry was brother to the King of Portugal in the 1416th. Henry established a school for navigators in Sagres. With the help of Arab scientists, Henry made this school a veritable geographical university. He also supported the building of ships for longer voyages. Under Henry's influence and others, Portuguese seamen explored the coast of Africa. In about the 1488, Bartholomew Diaz sailed around the Cape of Good Hope into the Indian Ocean. A sea route to the Far East had been found. The Portuguese seamen to make it all the way to the Indies was Vasco. The first Portuguese seaman to make it all the way to the Indies was Vasco da Gama in the 1495. So that's mostly. Now we're gonna talk about Prince Henry the Navigator. So, wait, no, we already talked about that. So, you all think Columbus, Mr. Christopher Columbus, found America, right? But little do we know that Columbus was not the first person. So, Columbus, in fact, was like the 10th or 12th. So, before Columbus, did pre-Columbus Europeans make physical contact with the Americas? Nearly every world group of people have been suggested as possible candidates for the honor of being discoverers of the New World. Scholars and crackpots have suggested the Egyptians, Greeks, Phoenicians, Romans, Welsh, Irish, and many, many more to be the first discoverers. Throughout the Americas, artifacts of non-Indian origin have frequently been reported near the North Salem, New Hampshire. Are a number of impressive megalithic structures including a large bell-shaped stone altar. These structures have been counterpart in any North American Indian culture and have been alternately ascribed to Irish Chaldee monks and Phoenicians. On the banks of the Roanoke River in southern Virginia, numerous copper iron artifacts were unearthed by local